Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the Sons of Paul community, welcome back to another video. Right now, I'm on my way to Indianapolis to attend the DCI finals and to watch my sister, Jana, perform. For those of you who don't know, I have a younger sister named Jana. She's been in a lot of my videos. She's helped me with a lot of my videos. There's nothing wrong with her, she just smells like monkey piss. But this summer, she auditioned and got a chance to be one of the drum majors for the Madison Scouts. So this is her first year on tour. Super proud of her, couldn't be more happier for her. I actually have not seen the show yet, so they're going to compete in the finals this weekend. And that's where I'm going to right now. It's about a 4-hour drive from Nashville. I got an hour down, but I had to make a pit stop because I had to piss Niagara Falls. I don't think I've had to piss like that since I worked a job at Six Flags when I was like 16 one summer. I was working as a ride operator, and I remember this one time I was working this really long shift in the hot sun. And I asked my lead, which is like a higher up, I asked them if I could go to the bathroom because I had to pee super bad. And I probably asked like 3 or 4 times, and she kept saying no. And you know, when you get put in a situation like that, desperate times call for desperate measures. And I don't wish this upon my worst enemy. When you gotta pee, you gotta pee. So this particular ride I was working on, it required 2 workers, and one worker was like the lead operator. They had to press the buttons to make the ride go. They checked like a certain part of the ride. They did all kind of the heavy duty stuff. And the second worker was just kind of like on watch duty. They still checked the seats and stuff, but when the ride was going, like they didn't do anything. You just sat there and just made sure like nothing crazy was happening. So that was my position. I was placed on. I was the second worker, the second position. So I didn't have to do as much. So I was also in this like booth where you could only see me from the waist up. And I hope you guys know where I'm going with this. As we check the riders and we start the ride and it starts going, you know, it's doing its thing for maybe like 3 minutes. So I was wearing shorts that day, and I stuck it through my short pant leg, and I let loose, and it was probably one of the greatest feelings of all time. I felt euphoric, just leaking, and I peed right in the booth. I literally flooded the booth with my piss. I mean, it got to the point where it felt so good that I had to like maintain a straight face as the ride was going. I was trying to look all stoic and stuff and looking like, you know, I'm keeping watch and stuff, and I'm sitting there like, All right, y'all. The Madison Scouts, who are right there, they just finished their show for the very last time. This year, they placed in the top 12, and they haven't done that in 7 years straight. Now, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a coincidence, right? But I will say that the year that a Paulson arrived into the Corps, all of a sudden, they're in the top 12. I had the pleasure to watch their show in, oh shit. So I've seen the show online a few times, just after Jana would send me the links, but I had the pleasure this weekend to see it in person, and man, what a difference it is. If you guys didn't get the chance to see it in person, do yourself a favor and at least check it out online. It's Madison Scouts 2024. Their show is titled Mosaic. And I think the best part about this as an audience member is seeing how they did not fold under pressure. If you guys are not familiar with Drum Corps or DCI, all these corps, they travel and perform all over the country over the summer until they get to Indianapolis and they go to the finals. And if you make top 12, they consider you a finalist. And that's a really big deal because there are a bunch of corps that are going neck to neck with each other all season. And this is like the make or break. So the fact that they pulled this off and they got to where they are in the top 12, that is a massive deal.
87.05, the Madison Scouts.
That's on my neck. That's on my neck.
What's up? Ow. I'm really scared. Okay, please don't do that.
We're doing a little, what time is it? We're doing a little,
Almost 2 a.m.
yeah, a little 2 a.m. chocolate shake session. How have you leveled up over this summer?
Yeah, I would say I definitely learned to be more, well, I guess, kind of more about my stuff. I kind of learned to be more accepting of making mistakes in a way, just because before I was kind of
What about mistakes?
well, just accepting that I can make a mistake, because I've made a lot, especially during spring training. If I didn't have a piece of equipment or something, or I don't know, it's my first year doing it, so it's stressful. I think it goes along those lines of just self-discipline. You get through those really hard days where you want to go home or you want to quit or whatever. And when you overcome that, it's just kind of wow, I can do that. You pushed yourself to your limit, you didn't know was your limit.
And it applies to other areas in your life too, right?
Yeah. And musically, this is the best ensemble I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. If you could change one thing about your very first season as a Madison Scout, what would it be? Or would it be nothing because you learned everything? You wouldn't be where you are without all the hardships, you know what I'm saying?
I would say that just because it was just my first year, and I was just I feel maybe next year I'd have or bigger goals. I shouldn't say better, but bigger goals for me personally, but just because it's my first year ever in drum corps, it kind of I don't know, shocked me in a way, because I didn't know what to expect, and now I'm the person I am today because of drum corps and the Scouts. Next year I would have a bigger set of goals, whatever didn't turn out this season, I would want to do it next season or something like that, but I don't know what that is yet.
Did you personally think you were going to make finals?
Or
did that really not matter for you?
we were doing so well during spring training that a lot of our vets and some of our staff were saying, it's the first time in years that they've been here that we've, been ahead or had, a good shot.
I'm just saying, first time a Paulson's in there.
But, no, when we first...
If anybody's watching this who is a young kid who is into drum corps or is just interested in getting into it, what would you tell them?
I would say be yourself, number one, because wherever you march, everyone will see that if you're not being yourself and if you're trying to be someone you're not, either trying to say the right thing all the time or just I guess
Just don't be fake.
Yeah, and like all the staff will see it, and I don't know. I think just being yourself really helps, just because then the directors and everyone will get to know you better. But also, don't be afraid to try new things. That's a big thing too, just because
Comfort zone is a big issue for a lot of
yes,
people.
Yes, I feel like you have to like fail in order to succeed.
Oh yeah, you need
Of
failure.
course,
That is such a great thing you just said.
And you fail a lot
Yes.
over the summers.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Because now at the end you're very thankful for it. So
Is there anything else you want to say to the kiddies watching at home? Don't put your dirty mouth on the
I
microphone.
had something to say and I forgot. Work hard. Try new things that even if you're not comfortable with, because you might end up liking it. And I don't know, be yourself and just keep up the grind.
That applies to all areas in life, ladies and
not
gentlemen.
even just with drum corps or
Yep.
music or whatever, but
Comment Jana W in the chat. Any last remarks?
thanks.
And I'll see you.
Been a great summer.
Yeah.